Exciting edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, and beside me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. David Aldridge joins us on the sidelines. D.A., take it away.
Thank you very much. Now the calls to shorten the NBA season continue. One NBA president has even suggested a 58-game schedule. And for the playoffs, one and done. He says there's a reason people tune into every football game. The college tournament in 63 games gets more TV money than we do in our entire regular season. The more drama, the more TV ratings, the more money. Kevin?
What's not to like? Everything makes sense. Rest the players, more practice time, and all the things you just talked about. Maybe, DA, less is more. And thanks for the report. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Ball and Levine are the guard set. Williams and Vucevic hold down the post for him. And it's DeRozan in at the 3 spot. And for the Celtics, up at the forward spots, it's Tatum and Horford. Jaylen Brown out there with Malcolm Brogdon, and it's Williams at the 5 spot. And Greg, up and down this Celtics roster, so many of their key players were drafted by the Boston Celtics.
And Tatum and Brown at the core, but also credit to their front office. Rare to find a powerhouse built from homegrown talent.
And so off the tip, it's Boston. Now, here's Brogdon. Excellent D there from Ball. And here are the Bulls now. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line.
Levine, that's good.
Boy, there's a certain beauty to that high-arching jumper. Levine showing us the range.
Pass to Horford. It's Brown on the wing. Brogdon outside. Just 4 to shoot. Vucevic with the rebound. And so Levine will bring it up now for the Bulls. It's a 3-point game. Ball, the pass to Vucevic. Williams with the block.
The amazing thing about Williams, yeah, he can block shots inside, but he can also block shots out on the perimeter. His ability to play in space means he's more than just a rim protector. Doesn't care where you're shooting from.
Now DeRozan after Jaylen Brown's three-pointer that didn't go. Left side, Ball, the 15-footer. Williams' shot is off.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Tatum against DeRozan. Here's Horford. Williams inside. Launches it. Not going to go that time. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Levine passes to Vucevic. And Vucevic throws it down.
This is where Levine has really expanded his game, avoiding tunnel vision and getting others involved.
So the Celtics call timeout, their first.
And Smitty, we've seen Nikola Vucevic add a three-point shot to his arsenal.
This is a shot he didn't have early on in his career. But GA, as the game has continued to evolve, so has Vucevic. Recognizing bigs like him have to be able to stretch the floor.
And a quick look now at the best free throw shooting team. Third spot, the Celtics.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Tatum. Nice D from DeRozan.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
And Levine with the slam.
This is what we've come to expect from Zach LaVine. Poetry in air.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Horford kicks to Brown. The pass to Tatum. They need this one. And they get it back.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Outside, ball. Inside. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Brown outside. Pass to Tatum. The three. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
And the skills of Brown, not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
Outside DeRozan. Passes it to Levine. Williams against Horford. Williams dishes the ball. Stolen by Brogdon. To the paint. Here's Williams, and he banks in the layup.
You know, still a raw talent, but Williams does have a reliable inside game that continues to get better.
Outside DeRozan. Kicks to Levine. Vucevic against Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Poked away. Williams with the steal. Here's Brown. The quick look, no good that time. Chicago leading by 4. Here's Ball. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. You know, Greg, we talk a lot about Ball's offense, but his defense is just as important to this team.
Oh, Kevin, very disruptive. He has terrific positional size, and he can anticipate where the offense is going.
And the first one drops. With just about a half season behind us, the rankings are clearer than ever, Greg. Do you feel confident starting to make some playoff predictions?
Oh, Kevin, it's way too early for that. Injuries, other roster shakeups. There's just still so much that could happen and totally reshape those rankings.
Ball hits them both.
When Lonzo Ball is healthy, he's effective. A multi-talented point guard, in my opinion, with great size.
Now here is Horford. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Levine against Brown. It's good.
And you got to respect how accomplished Brown is down low, destroying whoever is in his way.
Ball surveying the defense. Pass to DeRozan. Vucevic with it. Back to DeRozan. 5 on the clock. Over Tatum. And DeRozan with the basket on the assist by Vucevic.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Brogdon kicks to Horford. On the wing, Brown. Over Levine. They get the rebound. Count it. Williams has got his second basket.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Outside, Ball. DeRozan passes the ball. To the inside, Williams. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Horford.
What I appreciate about Patrick is that he plays his role well. Doesn't play outside of himself.
First trip to the line for him here. first one falls for him.
How about the job Billy Donovan has done? Under 500 in his first season, but took the Bulls to the playoffs in his second year at the helm.
And so he hits both. Lots of pieces have been added to this Bulls roster. For Donovan, you were just talking about him, to work with, coach, and lead. He has done a good job.
They have a great mix, Kevin, of veteran leadership and young talent. Donovan has been able to mix and match to keep guys fresh. It worked well for him in the playoffs last year. Just couldn't find an answer for Giannis and the Bucks.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. 6-point lead. Here's Williams. The rebound by the Celtics.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Al Levine, after Malcolm Brogdon's three-pointer that didn't go. Boston's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Brogdon the pass to Brown. Tatum with it. Fires from deep. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. The drive-by Ball. Second chance shot. It's hauled in by Brown.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics. Smart comes in for Al Horford. And the Bulls will go for a different look here. Andre Drummond's checked in for Vucevic. Green comes in for Patrick Williams. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Ball. And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
And it's Brown missing.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Here's Caruso. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Multi-time NBA rebound leader. Might want to think about putting a body on Drummond.
Brogdon against Beverly. Brogdon the pass to Smart. And here's Brown outside. That will not drop. Still looking for his groove. He's 1 of 6 so far from the floor.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
Beverly finds Green. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And now a 12-point Bulls lead. Now a timeout called by Boston.
And one thing that stands out about this Celtics unit, their defensive abilities. They've got a lot of skill on that end of the floor.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Mike Muscala is checked in for Jason Tatum. Gallinari comes in for Brown. And it's White in for Brogdon. You're right. Defense, it's been terrific for him. This Boston team, GA, certainly has a talent for holding back their opponent's shots and really defending well.
And, Kevin, they put a lot of energy into pressuring shooters, making sure guys can't find easy looks. They don't want to give away anything for free.
Again, the miss by the Celtics.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And here's Beverly. No points in the game yet for him. Outside, Green. The offensive rebound. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
A competitor, Alex Caruso, making things happen.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Bulls.
They're unselfish. They're passing the ball well, setting up teammates, playing team basketball, and their focus.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
The first one falls.
I like how Alex Caruso gives his team an instant energy boost out on the floor. He's always working overtime.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And what makes Chicago tricky to defend, Kevin, they just have such a balanced attack. They can score in the paint from mid-range or hurt you from deep.
Now, here is Muscala. Here's Williams. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
You know, as the Bulls have become a more veteran team, Greg, it feels like they've settled into what they do well.
And you need a strong identity to be successful in this league. Chicago is building towards that, but it does take time.
Now here's Smart after the miss from Andre Drummond. Second shot opportunity and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
As tough as they get, Smart's a bulldog out there, does a good job of drawing contact, oftentimes by initiating it.
The Celtics shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Shooting two.
And he makes the first.
And some of what Smart gives this team doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but he makes plays that help you win.
Chicago making a switch here. Dosumu's checked in. And so Smart nails both of them. And Marcus Smart, GA, the very definition of a guy you love on your team but hate to play against.
Yeah, and teams that go deep need that sort of presence. Smart is more than just an agitator, though. Great player who anyone would want to play alongside.
Now here's Beverly. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Smart deciding where to go with it. And White kicks to Smart. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Stolen by Beverly. To the middle, taken away by Williams. The 11-footer kept alive. White. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Chicago leading by 10. Now the pass to Caruso. And the Bulls with another miss. And it's Smart with the ball for Boston. Gallinari outside. Smart finds Gallinari. 6 to shoot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
In his 11th season already, Danilo Gallinari finally made it past the first round.
Greg, in those 2021 playoffs with Atlanta, Gallo put on a show, shooting 44% from 3 in the conference semis and finals, showing Danilo was made for prime time.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, after their offense stalled in the finals, the Celtics getting some veteran help. Gallinari and Brogdon both bring shooting, and Brogdon's another playmaker on the floor.
He hits both from the stripe. And defensively, Chicago's so solid. Steve, they don't gamble a lot. They just get the job done.
Kevin, they do. Well, how they get it done, they rely on their intelligence. Good communication at that end. Could they be more disruptive? Maybe, but they play to their identity.
And it's Beverly missing. Celtics trail by 8. 50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Nice shot by Smart.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
Pass to Caruso. And here is Dosunmu. Back to Caruso. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Love how active Derek White is on offense. Good at making defenders question their decisions.
The Celtics have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for White.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Now here's Dosunmu. D right on him. And there's the drive. Yes, that goes in.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Boston.
White bounce pass. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We come back right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
So for the Bulls, their last game, a win against the Utah Jazz. On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Williams and Vucevic hold down the post for him. Ball and Levine are the guard set. And it's DeRozan in at the 3.
It's no secret that Lonzo is an elite facilitator. If you're open, he will get you the ball.
Celtics trail by 8. Brown outside. Jams it in.
And what amazing athleticism from Brown, putting on a show out there with slams like that.
Ball kicks to Levine. DeRozan in the corner. Pass to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Levine can't hit. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, Malcolm Brogdon said in pre-draft interviews, teams would ask him, you went to college for 4 years and got your master's in your 5th year. Are you sure you want to be an NBA player? It seems as if you're black, you can't be both educated and a sportsman. But it's not disheartening. It's a chance for me to break the mold. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. And so it's Brogdon with it. He brings it up for the Celtics, trailing by 5. And it's Williams. That time the assist by Brown. 6 points for Williams.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
There's the feed to DeRozan. And the rejection by Tatum. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. Here's Levine. Shot from the inbound.
And Brown just using his big body well on defense. A physical player who does a great job of bothering shooters.
From 11 feet away, the shot by Brogdon, no good. The Bulls leading by 3. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
Brown outside. Pass to Horford. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Now, here's Ball. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. And it's DeMar DeRozan with the 3. And it's an 8-point Bulls lead.
And that's when he's at his best. DeRozan, confident and in rhythm with the jumper.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And the pass to Brown. Outside, Horford. Outside, Tatum. Brogdon outside. Stolen by Ball. DeRozan. That's good. DeRozan's got 9.
Right in the teeth of that defense, DeRozan explosive through contact.
For Boston, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Well, if there's one thing, Greg, that defines a modern NBA big man, it is mobility.
And they've got to be able to move their feet and really play in space. Otherwise, they just can't stay on the floor in today's game.
Brown, the pass to Tatum. Back to Brown. They can't stop the run with that one.
And not a night he's going to want to remember. Just not really able to score the basketball.
Levine against Brown. Here's Vucevic. Rebound Boston. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
It was really that second wave in the rotation that took the offense to another level.
And it's sent back by Horford.
And still capable of being your defensive anchor. Horford is excellent at positioning himself to block shots.
Now, here's Brown. 20 points for him last game against San Antonio.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here's Ball. 7-point differential. Williams finds Levine. And here's Vucevic. And that comes off the assist by Levine. 8 points for him.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Boston with the ball. Brown outside. Down low. Here's Williams. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
The Bulls leading by 7. In the corner, it's Levine. High post Vucevic. He's against Williams. Here's Ball. Williams with the block. I've been looking around. He kicks it to Brown. Pass to Horford. It's Brogdon on the wing. Vucevic defending. Williams. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Showing that aggressive nature. Williams competes hard, doesn't back down, and he'll let his opponent know he's not afraid of the contact.
And now the first timeout called here for the Bulls. Most losing teams, Greg, are looking to rebuild, look to the future, but not in Chicago.
Yeah, their idea to turn it around was to get all-stars. Trading for Vooch in 21 during a losing season, then signing DeMar as a free agent. That's a refreshing approach.
Now, here's Ball. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Utah.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
Here's DeRozan, leading by 5. And it's blocked by Brown. Feeds it to Tatum. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And how about Tatum there, using his muscle, easily absorbing the contact and still able to knock down the shot.
And Jason Tatum seems, GA, like he's on the verge of being a superstar in the league.
And Kevin, some would say he is already there. It feels like he's going to win an MVP in the next 5 years. He's already shown he can lead a team to the finals.
One shot.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for Chicago. Vucevic trying to get open. Another shot. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Passes it to Horford. On the wing, Brown. Back to Horford. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
His second foul in as many quarters. We'll see if he backs off or stays aggressive.
The Bulls leading by 4. Here's Ball. Outside DeRozan. Back to Ball. A 3-ball. And Vucevic throws it down.
An absolute force on the offensive glass. Vooch works hard to impact the game any way he can.
Brogdon the pass to Brown. Brogdon outside. Pass to Williams. Shot clock at 6. Here's Tatum. Yes, it's good. Good for basket number 4. He's now 4 for 10.
And even back in high school, Tatum had the knockdown mid-range jumper. We don't see that as much from him now, but he's still got that in his bag.
Now here's Vucevic. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Utah. LaVine gets the bucket.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Celtics trail by 7. Brown outside. Floats it up for Williams. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
He's so explosive around the basket. Williams, when the pass is on target, expect him to finish with the rim wrap.
Now here's DeRozan. He's got 9. The pass to Vucevic. Crafty move. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The shot by Brogdon, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
And how high can you fly? I mean, he finishes that one with some pop.
GA after getting loose in the lane with a scintillating move. Now here's Williams. An 11-point game for him in the win against San Antonio. Vucevic with the rebound. Vucevic has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And it's Ball penetrating. Out to DeRozan. Pass to LaVine. Vucevic down low. He's guarded by Williams. And it's Vucevic missing. Celtics trail by 7. And here's Brown outside. Offensive rebound. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Yeah, he is a budding prospect. I like whenever Williams shows that determination on offense, and it looks like he wants to just take over.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
They came in focused and ready to play, and despite facing little resistance, they never pulled back.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Gallinari, he's checked in for Williams. Grant Williams comes in for Al Horford. Marcus Smart's checked in for Tatum. And it's White in for Malcolm Brogdon. Now here's DeRozan. 23 points for him the last game against Utah. You know, Greg, some guys are late bloomers, but DeRozan, he was just the opposite.
Yeah, reports are he had handles at age 3. First dunk came in the 6th grade. 5-star high school prospect, and in a strange way, he's still an underrated superstar.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan.
DeRozan, a raw athlete entering this league. He's worked on his skill to the point where he's now a perennial all-star candidate.
Muscala, he's checked in for Brown. DeMar DeRozan hits them both.
And Smitty, in that 21-22 season, DeMar DeRozan proved to be one of the top closers in our game.
You're totally right, GA. He led the NBA in fourth quarter points and finished second in clutch scoring. He embraced the challenge and thrived playing the role of the hero.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Rebound by Williams. And so White will bring it up for the Celtics. 7-point differential. Chicago has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. And then Levine with the jam.
The burst of speed from Levine. He's so tenacious and clever on the drive.
Here's White. He had 10 points in the win against the Spurs in San Antonio. Levine against Smart. And Muscala kicks to Williams. And they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
The Celtics making a switch here. Brogdon's checked in. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Bangs home the trifecta. And now a 12-point Chicago lead.
His shot making has been superb this quarter. He's taken over this game.
The Celtics shooting very well, 56% from the floor here in the second quarter. Smart against Levine. Back to Brogdon. Stolen by Beverly. Out to DeRozan. Inside. Drummond. Goes back up. And it's good on the layup. Drummond's got his second bucket of the night.
I love the vision by DeMar DeRozan. He found the wide open teammate.
Outside, Smart. Out to Gallinari. Just 3 to shoot. Can they get it? Caruso grabs the miss. Chicago leading by 14. 27 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Drummond. Good D by Williams. The Celtics shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Beverly with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Malcolm Brogdon.
When defending Patrick Beverly, it's hard to match his level of energy and activity.
It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good.
You really wouldn't know what size he is because Patrick Beverly gives you toughness at that point guard position, and he's physical.
Both free throws good from Beverly. And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for the Chicago Bulls. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, big first half, a lot of energy. What are you guys doing differently tonight?
With active hands on the defensive end, it really got us all hyped up. And, it translates to the offensive end as well, too. So, we're looking real good right now. We just got to put it together in the second half, too.
Transition really working well for you in the first half, Andre. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Zach LaVine led the way in the first half. He had 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Their passing was clearly superior in the first half. They were playing a team game, not one-on-one basketball. Good player movement, good ball movement. They have a healthy leadership.
And over to Shaq now. Your take on the Celtics.
Just bad interior defense from them throughout the half. They're getting pushed around, not protecting them, allowing easy looks. That's the kind of D I love to face. I've had at least 30 by now, guys.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joel, what up?
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Out on the wings, it's Brown and Tatum. The post tandem, it's Horford and Williams. And it's Brogdon in at the point guard position. That's the Boston 5.
And that's going to go back the other direction, but they've played a pretty clean game. Not many giveaways, and the score reflects that.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And, guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Kicks to Brown. Williams. It's good on the putback.
Just superb at reading where misses are going. Williams has a fantastic feel for when to go for that putback.
Now Ball. At the elbow, Williams. Dishes it to Levine. Lock at 6. And the jam by Levine.
One of Zach LaVine's better nights. He's both prolific and efficient these days.
Celtics trail by 16. Brown outside. Over to the wing. Horford kicks to Brown. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Tatum. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 6 assists in the game.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
Now here's Levine. 16 points for him. Brown feeling it out a bit. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Brown's got 9.
Hustle points count just like any others. That's a great play.
Brogdon against Ball. Williams inside. And it's sent back by Horford. Brown inside, guarded by Levine. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Brown. Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
There is no let up in this man. He is doing everything in his power to keep this game close.
Williams passes the ball. DeRozan against Tatum. Here's Vucevic. Oh, and he pucks it off the glass. Wow.
Ugly start to this half. Hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up.
And it's Williams with the ball for Boston. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Back to Brown. Over Levine.
I like the defense there by Zach. Stays aware and gets himself in perfect position.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
And that one falls for Williams.
You know, he just plays with such tenacity on both ends. Williams is a rising talent who wants to prove he belongs.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And DeRozan kicks the ball from past the arc. That shot off. Now the Celtics take it the other way.
And many thought Horford's days were over after his OKC stint, but showed he can still be a difference maker in Boston. And boy, was he a huge part of their finals run.
Now here's Horford, still looking for his first bucket in this one. The three from Tatum. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
What I like during this run, they paid incredible attention to the details at both ends. That needs to continue.
Vucevic against Williams. Lead away to stop the drought. Williams with the block. It's stolen by DeRozan. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Levine with the ball. DeRozan's shot is off. Horford may not be as consistent as he once was. But, Greg, he shows up when you need him the most.
You know, he had several big games for the Celtics in the postseason. Great shooter who can really space the court for you. Still also a top-level defender at the rim. And he helps define their interior defense.
That free throw good from Brogdon.
And he's the glue that holds this team together. Brogdon's calm demeanor and lead by example approach is so valuable to this squad.
For Malcolm Brogdon, he comes from a family, Greg, where education comes first.
And well, Malcolm earning his degree plus a master's while in college. His dad and brother, lawyers. His mom involved in higher education. Brogdon, maybe the smartest guy in the NBA.
The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got assist number 7 for him tonight. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Celtics.
Their defense, it's their defense. It has been downright incredible so far, being disruptive and coming up with steals left and right.
And also, you've got to mention the block shots. Playing hard on defense, not allowing shooters to get comfortable. And Jaylen Brown is such a force on the offensive end. Hard to keep that guy out of the paint. Terrific finisher at the rim.
Now, here's Ball. Passes to Williams. He's looking for Levine and finds him. Offline with the baseline jumper. Here's the Celtics with the ball. Really controlling it now with an 18-2 run here. Brown kicks to Brogdon. Stolen by Ball. On the wing to Rosen. No good from outside. And maybe the only weakness for Brown is his handle on the ball.
And it's something that he's worked on every offseason. Still, though, susceptible to turnovers while dribbling. That's one of the very few weaknesses in his game.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now, here's Brown. 11 points in the game. Knocked away. It's stolen by Vucevic. Brogdon against Ball. To the middle. Right side, Williams. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Jason Tatum.
What you love about Vucevic, the consistency. Solid shooting percentages, and he's averaged double-digit rebounds for the last 5 years.
And the first one at the line is good. You know, Greg, adding to that for Vucevic, the last 2 seasons, he's been excellent in the playoffs.
Great point, Kevin. His numbers were up over what he did in the regular season. He hits clutch shots, gives them a physical presence, and he is just a rock in the middle.
Smart's checked in for Boston. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for the Bulls. DeMar DeRozan hits them both. Here's Boston now. They're on an 18-4 run. Smart on the wing. Brogdon outside. Pass to Tatum. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over DeRozan. Tatum gets the bucket. Tatum's got the game tied up here for the Celtics.
Boy, you could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, the reason is they tied it up, but it took a lot of focus and a lot of energy. We'll see if they can sustain this effort.
For the lead, and a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got his 4th assist in this one. Ball against Brogdon. Ball kicks to DeRozan. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Not in rhythm. He had the 2 triples in the first half. None so far in the second.
Yeah, nice job by Tatum inside. Very assertive. He's fantastic at putting the pressure on the D and consistently getting to the line.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Gallinari, he's checked in for Horford. Grant Williams comes in for Brown. And Derek White subbed in for Brogdon. Then for the Bulls, Javonte Green, he's checked in for DeRozan. Dosunmu comes in for Zach LaVine. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Lonzo Ball. Now, here's Green. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game.
We know Beverly's ability as a defender, but don't underestimate his ability as a distributor. He has good vision.
Hey, Smitty, one way Javonte Green got our attention early on in his career was with his spectacular acrobatics, those great dunks.
Kevin, I agree with you. Reverse jams, windmills, putbacks. There isn't going to be a soft finish when he's close to the bucket.
Free throw drops for Green. And so White will bring it up for Boston. The lead is 2. Outside Tatum. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's going to go on Dosunmu. He's got his 4th free throw of the game. And that one misses.
And you know, Jason Tatum is one of those guys who can really do it all. He's got a versatile skill set that makes him a constant threat on both ends of the floor.
Stolen by Beverly. Caruso looking for an opening. Back to Beverly. There's the pass to Dosunmu. Here's Vucevic. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
This is where Vooch is the most lethal because he's got an arsenal of moves to choose from inside.
The Celtics with the lead. White dishes to Williams. Back to Smart. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. And that's now 6 points for Marcus Smart.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. Jaylen Brown's checked in for Gallinari. And he sinks the second. Celtics leading by 3. Brown with the bounce pass. And White kicks to Brown. Smart passes to Williams. And that one is good. Williams has got his 2nd bucket tonight.
And all second half, they haven't gotten stops with any consistency.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. Pass to Caruso. Now Vucevic. That shot is off. Great D that time from Tatum.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Nice shot by Smart.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Passes it to Caruso. Back to Beverly. Over Brown. And it's Beverly missing.
And they continue to control the glass.
And there's the call on Javonte Green. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. And so Tatum nails them both.
Tough. He's just so hard to keep off the foul line when he pushes the action. I love his activity here in the second half.
Offensive rebound. Celtics leading by 10. Smart kicks to Tatum. Smart trying to break free. His three-pointers off the mark.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Beverly the pass to Green. Green against Tatum. Here's Smart. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Smart's got the lead up to 12 now for Boston.
Unselfish play by Tatum, getting it to a shooter in rhythm instead of chasing his own shot.
Brown outside. Chicago grabs the miss. Vucevic has got 15 rebounds here tonight.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Now here's Brown. Outside, White. In the corner, Smart with it. And the three ball is good. Smart's got 14 points.
I don't know what Coach told him at halftime, but he is shooting the lights out right now.
1:19 left in the third quarter. Here's Vucevic, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Look at Vucevic getting tricky, luring in the defender with a pump fake to draw a foul.
The free throw drops for Vucevic. And he makes both free throws. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the third. Outside Tatum. With the floater, count the basket. Tatum's got 29 in the game.
The delicate touch from the crafty swingman. Tatum continues to add to his arsenal offensively.
Now here's Beverly. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. White against Caruso. Banked in off the glass.
That's all focused by Alex Caruso, absorbing the contact and getting the finish.
43 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And White kicks to Tatum. Rebound by the Bulls.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Now here's Beverly. And he drives in. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And it's Brown missing.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for the Celtics. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So the Bulls 5 right now. DeRozan and Williams are the forwards. Ball and Levine are the guard set. And it's Vucevic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Horford wide open. He shoots. Misses the 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Levine against Brown. Levine passes to Williams. Back to Levine. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Jaylen Brown.
Love the aggressiveness of Zach. Paying off right there, forcing the D's hands once he's this close.
And the first one drops. Steve, it's been tremendous to see Zach LaVine reach his all-star potential in recent years.
Kevin, you can tell he's loving it too, right? But yeah, this was a long time coming. He's at the top of his game, earning his spot among the best players in this league, Kevin.
And so Levine nails both of them.
Kevin, what's so impressive to me about Levine? It's the all-around play. He affects the game across the board.
Now here's Smart. Back to Brogdon. And that one is hammered home.
Get up, Malcolm. You think this guy is just about jumpers? There's more to his game.
And Levine's efficient as well.
And good shooting numbers, no doubt. Last year he cut back on the turnovers. And, boy, he's still young. There's still tons of upside to be had.
Now here's Ball. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from 12. Good D by Brogdon.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense. He might have gotten over-eager.
Here's DeRozan.
Quick first step. This is why it's hard to stay in front of DeMar DeRozan.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Outside, Smart. Stolen by Levine. And Levine with the slam.
So fluid, so smooth. Levine breaking ankles out here.
You know we have to see that great mobile one drive one more time.
That's an incredible move by him on what's been an impressive night all around.
Brown inside the line. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut to just 7 on the basket from Ball.
Well-trained and blocking out distractions. Ball doesn't let a little contact affect the shot.
Outside, Smart. On the wing, Brown. DeRozan defending. A second chance effort, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And really, Brown is very talented at nailing shots, even while getting hit. What muscle this guy has.
Now, here's Ball. Levine finds Williams. Makes it off the glass.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around it.
Pass to Williams. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Williams with the steal. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. A shot by Williams, no good. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Boston. In the corner, Horford with it. There's the triple. No good that time. So the Bulls will take it the other way. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. That'll be the second of this two-game road trip. DeRozan dishes to Vucevic. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. It's Brogdon on the wing.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
And that one drops for him. And that's 20 points for DeMar DeRozan.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
They've done a great job, but they're not done yet.
Start against Levine. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And he makes the first. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And it's the Bulls with the ball. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Levine looking around. And Vucevic kicks to DeRozan. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 3 assists now in this one. Boston leading by 4. The pass to Smart. On the wing, Brown. Back to Smart. Pass to Horford. From 13 feet, it goes down.
A remarkable interior presence. Horford's a veteran who still has those polished post moves.
And Ball slams it in.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
But not every point guard can give you that, the ability to finish with that level of authority.
And the Celtics with possession here after the Bulls pick up 2.
And Brown is a guy who is constantly seeking contact. Defenders have to be more cautious around him.
And he can't get the first one.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
That's off as well, so he misses both. Bulls trail by 4. The drive-by Ball. That one doesn't go. Good work defensively by Horford. Williams passes to Vucevic. And it's sent back by Horford. Here's Brown. Lays it up off the glass. And the Celtics lead by 6.
The defense has no answer for Brown. When he's dribbling the ball, his teammates know they are in good hands.
Smart against Levine. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Here's Brogdon after the made shot from Zach LaVine. Here's Horford. Excellent D there from Williams.
I'll tell you what, he's been off target all night, and his teammates have had to rally.
The kick out to Ball. Fires the 3. And Boston with the rebound. Williams has got 14 rebounds tonight, going after. Smart against Levine. From 13. And it's Brown missing. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. Now here's DeRozan to the inside. Williams with the steal.
This could be a problem. That's his 4th foul with plenty of basketball left to play.
The first one falls. And the Celtics making a change here. Tatum's checked in. And he makes the first, but misses the second.
Great job there to make this a 2-possession game.
LaVine can't hit.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
And so, Smart nails both of them. Bulls trail by 7. And here is Ball. Passes it to Vucevic. Tipped away. Taken away by Williams. Here's Smart. side, Horford. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Horford's got 5 points in the quarter.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Looks smart when the shots are going down.
Now here's Williams. He kicks 2 to Rosen. 5 to shoot. And stolen by Tatum. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. At the elbow, Horford. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The first free throw is good. So Horford gets 2.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Ball, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
On offense, here are the Celtics. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Brogdon kicks to Tatum. He dishes it to Horford. The kick out to Williams. Clock at 6. The 3 from Tatum. Sinks the triple. Tatum's got 32 points.
And you can just see his confidence is rising. Bucket after bucket from long range.
Ball against Brogdon. In the corner, it's LaVine. Pass to Williams. And stolen by Horford. And the foul on Patrick Williams. And that's it for him. He's fouled out. Not only that, we are in the bonus, and we'll have to go to the line for 2.
And luckily, they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
Chicago calls timeout. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
Yeah, they're going to have to find a way to run him off his spots out there. He is rolling.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Robert Williams.
And when he's been on the floor, it has been a clinic in rim protection and shot blocking. He's played the defense of 3 men tonight. His block total has gotten to a point you almost never see in an NBA game.
He doesn't take over games like this very much, but it's always possible. And when he does, here at home, these fans love it. Brogdon with it to the right side. The Celtics working the ball around now. In the corner, Horford with it from outside the arc. Rebounded by Vucevic. Bulls trail by 15. Here's DeRozan with the tip. LaVine on the follow. LaVine's got 10 points in just the second half.
The length helps Zach in a number of areas. Right there, you see the offensive board.
Ball against Brogdon. Vucevic with the block, and they're able to recover. And there's the pass to Smart. 6 to shoot. Tries again. Horford finds Tatum. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Tatum's got 35.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
It's deflected.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Celtics.
And as we watch the game wind down, you have to look back at all the second-chance points these guys generated.
Yeah, they clearly won the second-chance points category. Possession after possession, we watch them go after the ball and make misses turn into makes.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
And not just a win tonight, guys, but a win on the season series as well, as they finish with 3 out of 4 games against this opponent.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jason Tatum.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Now, here's Brogdon. They double-team Brogdon. Here's Horford. Good on the three-point shot. And the Celtics lead by 21.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep one.
You see some guys, they just mail it in. They don't go out and contest it. Not him. He's going to compete through the entire play.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. That one misses. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Jason. Congrats on the win. It was a slow start on offense, so what got you guys going in the second half?
Coach told us we didn't deserve to make any shots. We were too tense. We weren't having any fun. We started having a lot more fun second half. Guys were smiling and cheering, and we had some shots.
Well, it's good to know that if you smile, you make shots. I'll keep that in mind. Congrats, man. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.